Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. I don't even know, man. I don't even know how to even start. I don't even know. I really don't even. I just don't know. Like I don't get it. Like all this talent, all this, Woody Marks out there balling, Quinn Joyner out there balling. I don't even know what to say. I put the link, man. You guys tap in, man. I really don't even feel like coming on here, but I want to hear from you guys. The link is in the chat. I just don't know, man. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. No, you can't put this game. Let me greet some people, man. I got to gather my thoughts, man. Yeah. Hey, forget about the refs. I don't even want to. Hey, absolutely. Hey, big. Hey, I appreciate you, dog. Hey, I don't want to hear nothing about no referees. We could have won the game. Yes, they were calling bad calls. Yes, it was a holding. But man, listen, call it like you see it. And look, if everybody go call out certain players, you got to call it all the way across the board. You guys know what your eyes seen. Stop acting like your eyes ain't seen nothing. Man, I'm about to, man. Hey, tap in, man. This is really, I'm hot. Yeah, you guys already know I'm hot, man. I'm hot. It is the referees, but at the end of the day, we beat ourselves. If we execute plays, we got to execute. We got to execute. Like I said before in the beginning, like I said before in my review, we can't put the game in the refs' hands. We can't allow it. We had the opportunity to not allow. We had the ball. We had the ball with a minute left, going down the field. Forget about the refs. We had the ball. Coach Lincoln Riley had the opportunity with 3 timeouts left, and then Miller threw the pick. So, look, forget about the refs. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the opportunities that we had. And look, the receivers for the most part, they played a good game. I don't want anybody dogging the offensive line because they once again, we were out rushing Penn State. Once again, we had a big game rushing last week, and they did it again. We can't put this on the offensive line. I'm going to hear from you guys, man. I'm hot right now. This is ridiculous. The link is in the chat. This don't make no sense. Like, we had a full opportunity. Coach Lincoln Riley had an opportunity to call timeouts in that last drive. Forget about everything that happened in the game. Let's talk about what happened on the last drive before it went to overtime. Let's talk about that. Come on in, tap in, man. You guys tap in, man. I mean, I got to put my fan on. This is crazy. This is crazy. This don't. We need critical stops. Hey, we no. Hold on for a second. No. Back it up. Double back. I'm not letting y'all do that. A team that scores with an 80% rate in the red zone, USC stopped them twice. Double back. I'm not letting you do that today. No, y'all not doing it on the defense. They stopped them twice. We can talk about the tight end going all over the field. Yes, they did. But at the end of the day, they stopped them when it mattered on the goal line twice. Am I lying? Is that the truth? They stopped them twice. Every time. And they got an 80% rate of scoring when they in the red zone. USC stopped them twice. I don't want to hear that. Every time, everybody always want to point fingers at the defense, point it at the offense, point it at Coach Lincoln Riley. We're not going to just point it at the defense. No, I'm not letting y'all do that today. Nope. Don't even try it. You got to go somewhere else with that because it ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. Man. Just on now. Coach, here's the link. Here's the link right here. I think Coach Rose about to come on if this thing goes. There it is. That's the link. The link is in the chat, man. You guys come on and speak. I'm getting hot. This thing really got me hot right now. I mean, it don't make no sense. We had an opportunity to win the game at the end of the game. Bottom line. Everybody act like, you know what? It's in your mind. You always want to revert back to blaming it on the defense. This not on the defense. When it was critical fourth down stops, they came through. Unbelievable. Let me get to some of these, man. I'm so hot. I'm just trying to. Phone blowing up, man. I don't even know how to express this right now. Come on in, man. You guys come in the chat, cause hey, hey, bro, they I'm not even about to address that. They are lost in the sauce. If you, I don't know what, man. Look, I'm about to. Let me stop this. We're paying Riley too much. Hey, man, he had an opportunity to call some. He had an opportunity to call some critical timeouts at the end of the game, and he had an opportunity to run the ball. We still ran on first down. I don't know why we did that. Why do we run on first down? Listen, the first half blueprint was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we're talking about a phenomenal blueprint. The game was straight. We were moving and grooving. Like, Penn State is not a better team than us. That's what's so frustrating about this. Let me put this. I'm gonna put this link back in here for you guys to tap in, man. Let's see here. Unbelievable. I really can't believe it's like, it's just, I don't know. Woody Marks, Quinn Joyner, what they did in the first half, phenomenal. What our offensive line did in the first half, phenomenal. And I'm gonna give our offensive line credit in the second half. The link is in the chat. Those who want to come on live with me, man. Gee, what's the word?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and
clear. USCJ, man. For the life of me, I cannot understand how we did not get a field goal attempt at that last drive.
It's ridiculous, man. It don't make no sense. But go ahead, because this thing has really got me hot. I'm listening to you there.
All we had to do was take a timeout, come up with 2 to 3 plays, 15 to 20 yards, and get a field goal attempt.
Yep. Man. Well, hey, look,
man, we tricked off. That's what makes it so frustrating.
It's frustrating. I mean, it don't make no sense. I got a bunch of calls coming in, big dog, but hey, I totally agree with you, man. Like, Penn State is not a better team than us. It don't make no sense, man. But yeah, I appreciate you tapping in, big dog. Definitely appreciate you tapping in. You there?
Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna take these other calls. I appreciate you, man. This is some crazy. Big dog, what's up with it, brother?
Man, it's all good. So yeah, I just watched this game, and from what I see, like, everybody getting mad at Lincoln for not calling those timeouts, but we just got mad at him before for keeping too much time on the clock.
Yeah.
I'm putting this one on. It's on Miller. He choked.
Hey! Say it again, bro. Say it again.
It's on Miller Moss. He
hey, but see, everybody, they act like they scared to say, look, it was a couple times, man. That was really could have been the second pick, right? It could have been the second pick. It was one up the middle, and it was a couple overthrown balls. But look, everybody want to put it on the defense. I'm saying we had 3 timeouts. We could have slowed it down and got a field goal. But at the end of the day, we had the opportunity to get into play, man. And you see what I see, bro. Like, I don't know what else everybody else is seeing. I don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah, it was Miller. I mean, them PIs, we needed them. I don't know what's going on with the officiating this year.
It's suspect. They don't want us to win.
Yeah, they Vegas put that call in.
Yeah. Yeah, but I got to take these other calls. What's your name again, big dog?
K Product.
Hey, man, I appreciate you tapping in, man, but I agree with you on that. I'm not even going to, hey, I don't disagree with you at all on that.
Man. Yeah, I don't even want to bet on them no more. Like, this is crazy.
It's crazy. It's wild. It's wild. But, man, I appreciate you tapping in, man. I got a bunch of calls, man. This is frustrating. I don't even know where we go from here. This is crazy. Out of control.
All right, man.
All right, big dog. Hey, Fido. B, what's the word?
Man, listen, this is so frustrating, man. It is frustrating. I do think there was I know what Riley was trying to do. He was trying to leave no time on the clock, on that last drive. That's why he saved all three of those timeouts. He was trying to force Penn State to run take their timeouts. Miller overthrew that damn ball, man. How you overthrow Deuce? He threw that ball entirely too high. Another thing, man, Lemon need to be getting more playing time than Zach. This is not any hate on Zach. Don't get me wrong. But Lemon is more clutch with those catches. I don't know for the life of me. We tried to throw back shoulder throws. He missed not Kyron. He missed Kyle Ford on the back shoulder throw. But why you keep throwing 50-50 balls or back shoulder throws to Zach Branch? He's not that type of receiver, man.
Yep.
You got to throw those to your taller receivers, and he was just off today. But your back shoulder throws need to go to Kyron Hudson-Ware, need to go to Deuce, need to go to Jacoby Lane. I don't know why Jacoby wasn't hardly playing, but as far as the running on that last possession, Penn State really started pursuing heavily on the backside. That's when you got to be able to pull it and take off. We can't pull it and take off. So if you notice on that last play where they tackled us for a loss, Miller could have pulled that ball out and took off. The defense is over pursuing heavily, so much so we had to put a tight end on that side. He called a masterful first half.
He did. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I mean, everything switched up. Like
with the screenplays, he was calling the screenplays would slow them down. We were running the ball, but for some reason, and we had a poor third quarter. The defense gave up 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, but we had no offensive production in the third quarter.
Yeah, because
none whatsoever.
Because they had to. Yeah, they were on the field longer, but then when it came down to it, as I stated before, a team that's 80% and getting in the end zone, in the red zone, they stopped them twice in the red zone.
I agree.
They doing their part. Like, what else you want them to do? Yeah, that number tight end. When I did my preview, that dude be all over the field. He's there everything, and he does everybody. He does everybody like that. But at the end of the day, I can't put this on the defense because we had clear opportunities, and I'm not putting it on the refs. Yes, the refs cheated, but man, we got it.
But here's the thing, though, Jay. For some reason, whenever it comes down to a close game in the second half, and I get what you're saying, not putting it on the refs. That's fair. But for some reason, we always come up with the short end of the stick, Jay.
Absolutely, we do.
If you look at that last pass to Jacoby Lane, that kid got there before the ball got there.
Yeah, he did. And with Makai Lemon, it happened both times. It happened both times.
I sent out that tweet, and I think it was like retweeted like maybe 20 times. I said if this is the type of treatment, this was after the Michigan loss, and I keep repeating it. If this is the type of treatment we're gonna get in the Big Ten, man, we might well pack up and go back to the Pac-12.
Yeah,
we may as well.
It seemed like it's blatant. It's frustrating.
It's blatant.
That's why in my preview I said, look, let me read this real quick. This is 8-4-10. Get ready for the it's easy to call 8-4 now that we thank you for the super chat. Now that we got 3 L's, but it's frustrating because it's like I said, look, we're gonna have to fight against the refs. Let's don't put it in their hands.
Even with that though, Jay, if you go back to last week when we lost to Minnesota on the road, they overturned the call and they couldn't even see the ball.
Absolutely. But I don't. We need to do so. We need to take it in. I don't know what they're gonna do as far as taking it in control, as far as making mention to the Big Ten office. What we gonna do? Because I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. I don't even. It's crazy.
But I know what Riley was trying to do on that last. You could say it was poor time clock management. Second half. I mean, in hindsight, you could say that. But I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to lead them with no time on the clock. If Miller Moss hits Deuce in his hands, he's running for another 10, 15 yards we kicked the field goal with basically maybe 2 or 3 seconds left on the clock because Riley still had timeouts. We basically kick a 30-yarder or a 25-yarder with maybe 2 or 3 seconds left on the clock. So I know what Riley was doing. In hindsight, it was the right thing that he was doing, not calling the timeouts to stop the. Miller Moss just overthrew the man. He just overthrew him. Bottom line, just like he was missing throws all afternoon.
Yeah.
Miller Moss was missing throws off. And you're right. He could have threw. They had another 2 picks in their hand that they dropped.
Yeah, right in the middle, right up the middle. I don't even know what he was looking at that point. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people they're gonna blame it on Riley. They're gonna blame it on the offensive line. They're gonna blame it on the defense. I mean, but look, man, I don't know what game you watching, but you look, there are people that call out a lot of players, but I don't know, man.
Narrative. Well, you got players getting some experience, which is good especially on the defense. But the narrative is going to be, fire Riley. But here's the thing, though. How many more offensive minds you going to get out there like Riley in the coach? You're not going to get too many of them out there.
Look what he did in the first half. Look how now I will say this: if to anybody's point who try to suggest it was the Riley thing, I felt like he called a masterful first half. What happened in the second half, I have no idea. He had all kind of tricks. You gotta put the full court press on, man. You can't stop.
And here's the thing, Jay. Penn State threw their entire playbook at us.
Absolutely.
And we still had the lead until Miller Moss threw that pick. We were tired even then, but again, I'll say it again. We don't have the offensive lineman for a post style quarterback. That's why we're having to bring in the tight end, which is taking away a weapon off of the field. Until Miller Moss, especially in those back the back pursuit of the running back, we start getting negative plays. So until Miller Moss can pull that ball out of that and take off, that whole back side of the field is wide open if he just put it out of there and take off. But he's not that athletic to do that.
Well, here's the thing. Even if and I get what you're saying, I totally do. To me, the blocking wasn't bad. It
was good today.
He had opportunities, so it wasn't. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was a situation where
we threw a lot of screen. We threw a lot of screen passes. Our running backs were getting off, but again, I know what Riley was doing toward the end of the game. He was trying to lead them with no time on the clock. Which again, if Miller Moss hits Deuce in the hands, without a question, he even had more room to run because he had separation from the wide receiver. If he bring that ball down and hit him in the hand, we kick that field goal with 2 seconds left, win that game. It just so happened that Miller Moss overthrew him. I don't know whether or not he got nervous down the stretch, but when the game get tight, he get nervous. But Jacoby Lane, he wasn't that effective this game. I'm looking for a lot of fades to the outside, but we were throwing fades to the outside inside the 30-yard line. We were throwing it to, like I said, to Makai Lemon or to Kyron Hudson. Why not throw that fade to Jacoby? I don't understand what he was.
Yeah.
Or either Kyle Ford. What were they inside of the 30-yard line? I don't get that part, but it's frustrating, Jay. That's another game that we could have won.
We got too good of a team. Penn State ain't that good. Penn State is not.
They're not.
They're not that good of a team. Now we're gonna. Anyway, man, I'm gonna take.
No, we 3-3, man. But we got what three Big Ten losses. The Big Ten championship. You can hang that up. We can play for a decent bowl game. I think the rest of the way, we play teams that we should be able to beat. But again, even with that though, Jay, man, these refs not gonna do us any favors. We have to blow them out like we blew out Wisconsin, and Wisconsin blowing out people.
You know what I think? I don't even think they're going to – well, I'll take that back. I was about to say they're not even going to do it against lesser Big Ten opponents, but, hey, they did it with Minnesota, so, yeah, they're going to do it with everybody. I take that back.
That's what I'm saying. They started to blow out teams, but that's what we got to do, like you said in the beginning. We can't leave it up to the refs because you see now, if we leave it up to the refs, by us being the new kid on the block, no pun intended, we not gonna get no calls. That was a PI on Jacoby Lane, and that was a PI on McCall.
They're not calling him, man.
What about the false start? What about the false start that they didn't call?
Yeah, I put a post up on Twitter. They just not gonna call the false start. Man, I'm so sick of this crap, man.
We
It's
not gonna
ridiculous.
get no calls, Jay. But go ahead and finish taking your calls, man. But
All right, big
listen,
dog.
anything
Hey,
that's close, we not gonna get it. We not
I'm gonna
gonna get it. That's
yeah,
just it.
I'm gonna get through these calls. You
All
know,
right,
come on again if you can, though.
all right, I will.
All right. Christian, what's up, big dog? Hey, everybody, bear with me. I got multiple calls. I'm gonna take you. I see you guys, but I can only take one at a time. Christian, what's the word?
Another sleepless night, man. This is ridiculous, man. I'm gonna say this. This is not on defense. Yeah,
Yep.
you can't give up 290-yard drives in a game, but the defense caused 2 turnovers, 2 goal line stands against a Penn State great running team on the 2-yard line. This is not on defense. This is not on Riley. That last drive that Riley did, I was questioning at first, and then I figured out what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? We had a defense who was tired. We don't have that much depth. We got a lot of injuries. So Riley was like, either we gonna kick this winning field goal and lead in with no time, or that's gonna be it. And
I'm
so
I'm not gonna put on Riley, man. I feel like
it's not on Riley.
I feel like the time management could have been saved a little bit of time, but as far as just at the end of the game, I'm not putting it on him, man. It's in the players' hands at this point, man. Like, what do you want him? What do you want the man to do? He put you in position
make the play.
to
And
make the play.
And someone asked, I don't know where we go from here. I'm gonna tell you where I would go from here and what I say. It's time to see what we got in Jaden.
It's
time to see what we got with Jaden. If he's get him some experience in Riley offense and game situation, let's get this zone read going. To let him run. I mean, you don't have nothing else to lose. Like, really, it's time to get young players. I mean, playoffs is over, Big Ten is over. It's time to start building. And another issue is that I don't know what it is about this team, especially offensively. I don't know if it's the youth. Again, I always say how young we are on offense, but we started fast, and then late in the second quarter, I started seeing what we do every game. We start dropping balls, getting into the opponent's territory, getting penalties. But even with all that, we had a chance to win this game at the end. All we had to do was complete a 5-yard slant.
I don't understand.
All we had to do was complete a 5-yard slant to a 6'6" wide receiver, and somehow you overthrow him.
Hey, we had a chance at Michigan. We had a chance at Minnesota. We had a chance at Penn. I mean, like, this is really ridiculous.
And another thing, the offensive line in the last 2 weeks have played amazing. I don't want to hear anything about the offensive line.
No, they bet. If I see anybody say anything about the offensive line, I'm not even gonna acknowledge you. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. Please.
This came down to completing a basic 5-yard slant to a receiver who had a step that's 6'6", and somehow you overthrew him. But here's another catch. The theory is good. If he catches that, okay, now we got 2 seconds with a walk-off field goal. I don't know if our field goal kicker makes it. He's missed a field goal the last 2 weeks. That's 3 or 4 on the season.
Well, what he made? What did he make today? He made how many? He made 3 today, right?
He made 3, but he missed the big one in overtime. He missed against Minnesota last week. He missed against LSU right before the half from the 10-yard line.
But if he would have got that, where would that have put us? I can't remember where were we at. Like it would
have been about the same as what he missed in overtime.
Yeah, I can't remember where we were at. Man, this is wild, man. I can't even believe like we really losing games like this.
Man, and I don't know I can't blame it on the ref because it comes down to execution and that last play that even if you don't throw it high, miss low, we still got a 4th down. You know what I'm saying? We got a 4th down and try to throw a Hail Mary or something. That right there, and I said, I already knew. I said, if we go into overtime, we ain't gonna win this game. I mean, and it just I don't know.
I didn't feel good about it. Like when we went over, and really, I guess based on the pick that happened right before overtime, I was like, you know what? This ain't. We went to overtime. I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go again. That's exactly what I thought. I said, man, this is crazy.
What's crazy about it is, I don't know if it's growing pains and we're gonna be better, but the ball is just not going in our court this year for some reason, and I just don't understand what it is.
Well, part of it is the refs, like Brian Jenkins.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Part of it is the refs. It's intentional. It's like I don't think, and we'll see what happens with Oregon and Ohio State, but I don't think they want us to win no game, man. It's crazy.
And what's crazy about it is week after week we're watching this game, and the commentators are even bringing on the rules expert, and they like, oh yeah, that's definitely a bad call. That was a missed pass interference. That's a missed pass interference. And even with Anthony Lucas, he was
that wasn't even
he came on and was like, that wasn't even forcible. He tapped his leg because it's just, but man, still the refs ain't gonna give us nothing. We got to go win these games. We had the ball with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We drove the ball. I believe Riley did good clock management. It was in the perfect position that we want to be in to try to kick a field goal with 2 seconds left. We missed or go overtime, and we missed the basic 5-yard slant route to a 6'6" receiver, and somehow we threw it too high. That's what it comes down. But it wasn't just that play. It was all game. Some of the things were pass interference, but the ball was so badly thrown that they went home.
It was a ball thrown high. I don't know. Like I'm all on. Excuse me. I'm all on Twitter. I see everybody blaming everything else for what needs to be blamed. I don't know what game
we had bad quarterback play. We had terrible quarterback play today.
I don't even know what they be watching, man.
We have bad quarterback play today. We had bad quarterback play today. And man, I'm gonna let you go because I don't even want to talk about them. I'm just
I don't even. I'm about to. Yeah, man. I'm about to go to my brother's house and watch again. Watch this. I don't even. This just really. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna take these other calls, man, and I appreciate you, big dog.
All right.
Big dog, what it do, man? What it do?
Stressful, man. Stressful, bro. I can't even. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Honestly, like I agree with all the fellas that came on and what they said. I agree with y'all 100%. But I also just wanted to focus on those 2 big picks that we got, and we did nothing with that. I just felt like the game should have been out of reach at that point.
Absolutely.
Right? Like it shouldn't have come down to field goals. Like it always happens to us. It's like we get those 2 interceptions, we're in their area, and then you're the play calling is kind of like, what's going on? And then field goals. You know what I'm saying? And I think the biggest thing, bro, man, I agree with Christian said, man. I would like to see what Jaden can do.
I want to see what he could do, man, because the argument from a lot of Lost in the Sauce fans. And I wasn't even saying bring Miller out I was just saying bring Jaden in for packages just to see what he got, the escapability, situational football, you know what I mean? But they will say, oh, his decision making is bad. He threw 2 interceptions, right? Well, how many interceptions do you think Miller has right now? The season's not over. I mean, like you can't keep we just got to keep it 100. So look, man, and I'm a Miller guy. I got a Miller Moss shirt. I got Miller Time shirt. I'm all about Miller. But look, man, sometimes. Like the guy was saying that was just on here, Christian or Brandon, when it's crunch time, hey, man,
sure was up in a big moment, man.
We can only go by what we see. What am I supposed to say? What you want me to say? Like it's not that?
I agree. you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel you 100% on that.
So I don't know.
And I think a lot of people, a lot of our fan base, they're thinking of it like he's more like a Baker Mayfield, but they got to understand that Baker Mayfield had a better offensive line around that time when he was at Oklahoma.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't Miller. I mean, and granted, the past 2 weeks our offensive line did pretty well, but I hate when we get away from the run game. It's like, bro, we're running and pounding them, and our defense is stopping the run. But I just hated that it had to come down to that last situation, and then. Like you said, Jay, like put it in the ref's hands. It's like we got to be able to. We had a 26 lead. It should have been 28 or 29 to 6 going into halftime. This game should have been long over. Yep. You know what I mean? But we allowed them to stay in the game. And I think one of the biggest things, and I'm gonna let you go after this one, big dog. But I think one of the biggest things that we on defense is that we have no pass rusher. A guy that can get there like how we had when we had Thule. Like when we knew when 3rd down came around long, Thule gonna get there. He gonna get you that sack. And I see Lucas getting there, but man, it's just that's what's killing us right now. We're not getting home on that quarterback, man. And if we can get more sacks, I think it will benefit us. but
yeah, I feel you, man. And you know, are you there? Well, you brought you.
yeah, my bad, Jay.
Okay,
My
there
bad.
you
I
go.
had a
There you
call.
go.
Yeah,
No,
but
you
we just
straight.
we need a spark at the QB, and I agree. We need that RPO, man. I need to see that.
You gotta
I
like
see that, man.
It can extend the game, man. It could take off time off the clock. You saw when we were kind of doing some not trick play, but it was somewhat trick play stuff in the beginning, but it helped with some stuff. But then if you added that RPO, how much more explosive would that have been, man? If we just would have had that instead of throwing these man. It
Man,
is what it is.
and I would say these 3 losses hurt so much more than last year's loss. You know, when we got spanked, we're just like, we just ain't good. We ain't good. But it's like, bro, we better than the past 3 teams that we lost to. That's the crazy thing.
That's real talk. We better. I mean, we better. And I feel bad for Riley because a lot of people gonna put it on him. Everything gonna fall on him. But look, at the end of the day, man, these guys were down in the position to score. And we did not execute. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. It is what it is.
Well,
Big dog, I appreciate you tapping in,
yes,
man.
Sir. I'll catch you later, big dog.
Salute to you, man. I'm
Yes,
gonna holler at you. LBC, right? Hey, everybody, look, I see you. I'm gonna get right to you. Just give me a minute. I got multiple calls. LBC Robbie, what's the word, bro?
Hey Jay, how you doing, brother? Man, you okay? Yeah,
not really.
No,
Hey, not
man,
really.
we ain't gonna be for a minute, man.
Yeah.
And listen. I was the one, and I busted Tim's balls last night on his channel.
Yeah.
Look, man, it ain't the ref's fault. It ain't the ref's fault. The refs didn't get you sacked on 3rd and 10. The refs didn't throw a pick in the end zone in Minnesota last week. The refs didn't. But Jay, this is getting too much, dog. I mean, I don't know what else to say now, man.
It's stressful, homie. Hey, yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's super stressful. Like we could have easily won this game. I mean, are you putting this on Rally?
No, well,
I can't do it.
That clock management in that last minute was mystifying. I won't lie. And I still don't, and I, as much respect to Brian and Ben, the previous just called, but no, I do not see what the hell he was doing right there. I not for a second. You got a kid.
Here's the thing. I see. I don't necessarily say I see what he was doing, but I will say this: the players were in position to make it happen, bro. I mean, bottom line, like I can understand if we were on the 5-yard line, but we were in position to make it happen.
Look, Miller Moss had a bad last pass. All right, that was a horrible ball. Overall, he played a pretty good game, and it's not his fault we lost the game.
It's not.
And it's not. You know what I mean? And it's not. And the thing is, if you have 2 more plays there, he has 2 more chances not to miss and get this kid who's a little shaky as a kicker 5 yards or 7 yards closer. And that's the thing. I agree. Right now.
I agree with some of it, but look, I think we should have been running some of that first down running on the ball. I mean, a first down throwing. I don't understand that. We did it again in the second half. We got away from a lot of stuff we did in the first half.
Yeah, they were doing that to negate their pass rush, though. There was a lot of spread and get rid of the ball quickly to reduce, Mason Murphy and Cobb there on the edges where they were. That was a mismatch, and I thought that was a brilliant part of the game plan that Rally converged. I just don't understand why it's so inconsistent, or it works so great the thing and not the last drive, or it looks like there's just too much overthinking that gets in the way.
It's wild, man.
Me, Jay? What am I missing here?
No, hey, what are we all missing? It's mind-boggling. And look, and yes, the referees, there are some critical calls, though. We do have to acknowledge the fact that, look, Mekhi Lemon clearly got held. Jacoby Lane clearly got held. But I don't want to put it on the refs But
Man,
we can't allow.
the refs did miss the field goal. The kid did. The refs didn't not call timeout the last minute. Riley did. As much as it sucks, that's the reason we lost. And
Hey man, hey,
ow!
we got to pick up and try to make it happen, man. That's all I can say. But I
God bless
appreciate.
you, Jay. I love you
Hey,
so much, brother.
likewise,
Yeah,
fam.
fight on.
Hey,
Love
fight
Long
on,
Beach.
big dog.
You stay
Fight on.
up, Crip. Later.
All right. What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
What's the deal, USCJ? What's going on with you?
Man, talk to me, man. I don't. I mean, how you? Give me your analysis on this. Give me your analysis on this one.
I don't get these dudes how they saying it ain't on the referees, man. Like you can't ride no receiver and be all over his back, and then when you got the announcer saying it on live TV, how are you saying it's not the referees? Come on now, it's all on the referees. They robbing us.
They robbing us. But and I know this is what I've been saying though. We know it's gonna happen now. We know this is. Oh man,
it's frustrating, bro. It's really frustrating. And then when you got the announcer even said, I was like, dang, he probably gonna get in trouble for that out for the powers that be or whatever. He was like, even last week, he was like, you couldn't see the ball on the goal line. He was like, they gave Minnesota the game, whatever, like that. I said, the powers that be, they gonna get you, man. You gonna get in trouble for telling on them. But I mean, it's blatant. It's out there for you to see. Like, you know what I'm saying? They calling in the game. They riding backs. I mean, come on. That's what y'all call a rough and a passer? That's a rough and a passer?
It's whack.
I'm like, they soften our game up, man. It's so watered down now. Like, that is not rough and a passer, bro. Really?
I think even the announcers, when they went back, went back and looked at it, they realized that it wasn't what they thought it was, man. And they even said that's not really much of. He didn't try to, thrust his body into him. You know what I mean? So,
like you said, they got to go to the Big Ten office. I don't know how much that's going to help or whatever, but something got to be done. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, it's unacceptable. And for people to say, oh, it's not on the referees, man, that's going to put us where we need to be at or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you can't call a game one way and then don't call it another way. Especially we at home. We supposed to get home field advantage. Okay, we on the road. I can understand that, you're going to call a game a little slighted or whatever. But for us to be at home and we ain't getting no calls. And then when we played Minnesota, it was like they wasn't calling nothing on it. I'm like, come on, man. Like, really, they not playing no flawless game like that. Like, come on, bro. Y'all, it's obvious. It's with our defense, and like you said, everybody saying it ain't on the defense. The defense doing their job, but when you got an offense that's getting on the field and they going 3 and out, and you just sit down, and now you got to get right back up. That's why a lot of these people I be looking like, have y'all played ball before?
They haven't played ball, bro. They lost themselves. And they see what they want to see, bro. And I don't get it.
I'm like, you're going to get tired. Your offense is not giving you rest, and they not driving down the field. And every time you go sit down, whatever, and our defense is back on the field. It's like, damn, we just got off the field. Like, it's time for a change. It's time for us to look for what's Jaden Maaba, whatever his name is. I mean, you did Spencer Riley like that. You took him out the game and put Caleb Williams in. Now it's time to make the change. I see why Jackson Dart started over Miller Moss. You know why Clay Helton and them didn't put him. It's starting to show. Like, you're a pocket quarterback, bro. I mean, we need somebody that's going to take off with the ball, man. You can't just sit back there and expect, the game has changed now. A lot of these quarterbacks are running. You got to be a dual threat quarterback now. All this sitting back in the pocket, it ain't going to work. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. Hey, I agree with I agree with everything you said, man. And
hey, we still got our Dodgers though.
Hey, man. I mean, this thing here though, man, is like,
it's frustrating.
It's frustrating because I know you see guys like Quinn Joyner just getting busy with it. You see guys like Woody Marks getting busy. These dudes laid it all out there, and to really go out like this, you know what I mean? To not come out with a W.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. It's whack. It really is.
Our offense took a couple steps back this year. I don't know how we go from blowing people out. Well, we're not being blowing, putting up numbers, and our defense that couldn't stop nobody. Now we got the defense that we need, and now our offense is just like kind of still like, man, like it's frustrating. But like you said, hopefully, and then too, we got these big time recruits that's coming. Juju Lewis was on campus. I think was he there today?
It was. The only thing I'm gonna say about that is, yeah, to your point, there was a ton of recruits, and I'm about to get to this other call. Motown, I'm about to come to you, but it was multiple recruits there, but they saw what we about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the fact that it was the number 4 team in the country. There's no moral victories here, by the way. But the number 4 team was here. We bought out. We should have won the game. They saw how it played out. So I think that should be enough. The environment, the atmosphere, everything was incredible. So it just hurts to not get that W. So I'm hoping they look at that.
All right, man. USDJ, I appreciate it, man. Fight on, bro.
All right, fam. Fight on, big dog. Motel, what's the word?
Man, I'm frustrated. But I gotta say, man, Moss played bad. He had just a lot of bad throws, and he was a big reason we lost. But this fall on Lincoln. Why? Because you now are like 2-8 against top 25 teams. Like, so you are who your records are. You can't keep losing games like this.
Yeah.
At some point in time, the head coach going to have to step up and win these games. Pete didn't lose these games. Nick Saban don't lose these games. Urban Myers don't lose these games. If you getting $12 million a year, you got to find a way to win for your team to win.
$100 million. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And you sitting on the sidelines, it's certain plays or certain calls like early on in the game. The run was working.
It was work. Why we didn't do that in the second half?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
You came out in the second half and ran 7 pass plays in a row? Like,
stupid. Like, it don't make no sense. No, to your point though, I agree with you on that, because it's like everything we did everything. It's like he threw the whole book at him, and then all of a sudden it's like we reverted back to what we was the past couple of weeks. Like, how does that happen? I have absolutely no idea. That's frustrating.
You running fades to Zach. That's not Zach's game. He's
too short. He's too short for that.
And also, I mean, even with the fades, it was bad throws. Even on the back shoulder throws where in the end zone where Mekhi Lemon got interfered with, it
wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. It was beyond the chalk almost. You know what I mean?
And I'm just like, Riley runs, you need a dual threat quarterback. I don't know why, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at his system, he thrives with the dual threat quarterbacks. Moss is no threat. At least just because you look at the quarterbacks who playing, they extend plays. You look at their players and the guys, they like, okay, this guy the quarterback we played today, he clearly, it's not like he was Caleb, but he extended some plays.
But he was slow though. He was slow, and he still was extending plays. Exactly. But at least he was willing though. You know what I mean?
When we played Michigan, that quarterback couldn't throw, but he made plays. So he gave his team, and if you look at our receivers, and we got some talent out there, receivers, right? At receiver. But those guys, when you see them going off the field, they looking like, what you want me to do? Like, put it in these guys, like, at least put the ball in their vicinity and give them an opportunity to make plays. And there'll be sometimes the receivers make some drops that they just beyond me.
I didn't see a whole lot of drops today, though. You know what I mean?
Not today.
Yeah.
We gotta start finding a way to win these games. Like, and it's on Riley. Like, either we come out slow in the first half or we come out slow in the second half. Like,
we did a reverse today. I don't get it. Man, I'm blown away, man. Like, I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna go back and watch some of these other games today. Now I wanted to watch the Oregon Ohio. I don't even feel like doing nothing now. You know what I mean? It's why I don't understand it.
And I gotta, Woody Mark. I gotta say, Woody Marks and Quentin Joyner.
Salute to him.
They
salute
Ramsey. Them guys,
they balled out.
You guys ball. I mean,
they left it on the field tonight, man.
Lucas on one leg. I mean, this is a game where Lucas being hurt. I'm still disappointed in Bear for what just not playing. But this is a game where we needed Gentry. He could have, you know what I mean? We definitely needed Gentry on 44.
Man, yep. But I don't think he's gonna be back though. I'm sure you already see my little situation I had with that, but
yeah,
it is what it is, man.
And it's not on the defense. Even you know, online on Twitter, it's a lot of people who give Branch a hard time. But we need a special teams coach. It's no lanes. There's no room for him to even, you know what I mean, return a punt.
That's a great point. I don't understand why is it like that? Like you said, no room. Every time he catches the ball,
they own him.
They right there. I don't know if they blocking. I don't know what they doing.
And so, you know, people like, oh man, he ain't doing what he did last year. Like, what you want him to do? If you look, it's no lanes.
Yeah.
I just hope, you know, we could turn it around, get some wins going into the offseason, man. But you know, Juju, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I saw him play. I'm out here in Atlanta. That boy, the truth.
He the truth, huh? Yeah. I be checking him out. Checking him out. He be getting busy.
I watched him live again last week. Yeah, he
be getting busy, man.
Somebody like that come in, you just and just give Jalen a chance, man. Like not only because he's a dual threat, but I think that it'll get a player some I just don't see, you know, Moss being that guy. I just don't see it.
As of now, man, we I think, what is it, 5 picks on the season? I mean, some critical times too. You know what I mean? Critical times. Minnesota was critical. Michigan was critical. This game was critical. Like they come at the worst possible times.
And the pass to Deuce that he oversell Deuce, there was nobody within like 3-4 yards of Deuce. I'm like, how you make
that? Wow, man.
But you know the sad part about it is when he dropped back, I was looking at the TV like I done lost hope in him because I was like, he ain't gonna make a play. I don't have faith. He's gonna make a play.
I was hoping he was gonna make a play. I wasn't for sure, man. You know,
we had Caleb. That's not the USC way. We had Caleb even going back to having Matt in them. We knew they was gonna make a play. We don't have that with him, man.
It's just an uncertainty when you know when the ball is in his hands. It's like it's not a secure feeling when he lifts his arm up, and we just not. I mean, look, if anybody telling me you feel secure and comfortable when the ball is in his hands, he haven't gave me that confidence yet. And I'm not saying, I'm not knocking him, I'm not bashing, but I'm just not there like as far as the confidence part. And the interceptions that happened this year, whether it's the Michigan one, the pick six, the Minnesota, they just came, and the one today, they just came at the most critical times. So no, he's not a bad quarterback, but thus far, you know, some of the decision making has been suspect. Let's call it like it is.
Suspect. It's not even a threat that he gonna get the ball down, push the ball downfield.
Yeah. So man, I feel you, big dog. I appreciate you tapping in, man. And man, I don't know, man. I guess I'm gonna watch some more football. I'm gonna see how I feel, man.
I can't do it. I watch it on. I'll wait till tomorrow. I can't watch no more.
Yep.
Not today.
So I appreciate you fairly tapping in, man. And
all right, my brother.
Hey, man, go to sleep, man. I think I'm gonna go to sleep, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go to sleep, big dog. Let's just get under the covers and go to sleep, big dog. Forget this, man. It's whack. For real. All right, Billy.
All right.
Fight on, man. Hey, man. Hey, I'm putting this link in here, man. You guys can tap in. Those who didn't make it, it was a bunch of people that came on, and you guys can come back on, man. Let me try to get this link back in here. There it is. There it is right there. Fire Riley, Lynn, new head coach. Hey, man. I don't even know. 2nd and 1. Riley runs the ball. 1st and 10. Riley passes. Yeah, I feel you. All right, B. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I'm back. I'm watching this Ole Miss and LSU game. I'm still.
Who winning that game? I didn't even turn it on.
It's 0-0. It's 0-0. LSU got the ball. They're playing in Death Valley, so I expect for LSU to pull this one out. But
Hold tight,
Listen,
hold tight,
man.
hold tight, big dog. Let me take this.
All
You
right.
stay on.
You got to go there.
Hey, Russ, how you doing, man? Russ, are you there? I see Russ. How you doing, Russ? I can't hear him. I don't know what the deal is. But let me get my man Keith on. Keith, what's the good? Russ, I'm not sure what's going on with your audio, man, but I can't hear you. But Keith, what's the word, man?
Man, I am so frustrated with this team. It's just ridiculous. Excuse my camera, man. My phone's kind
No,
of
you
damaged.
good. We can hear you. I mean, Keith,
Anyway,
what's your
man,
overall analysis on this, man? Like, I don't even know where to
hey, man,
begin, man.
I don't know where to begin either, man. It's like you start off well, you got everything going for you, but then you move away from things that were working.
I
And
don't.
dude, I don't understand it. You had these outside screens, these outside passes, these little dumb passes that's working. If you got running backs that's going to work in your favor, that's going to Quentin Joyner and Woody Marks are phenomenal in open space. Work until they stop it. They couldn't stop it. So why'd you stop it? I don't understand. You look at the frustration on my face. You know, I'm a Trojan.
I'm
I'm
the
a
same way.
diehard.
I'm just Keith. You know,
Yeah.
and before you came on, you know what I said? I said
What?
Quentin Joyner, Woody Marks. They left it on the field. They left everything out there. Why would you not? I mean, like these dudes are so explosive, and you telling me you're not going? You were so creative in the first half.
You
What
couldn't
happened?
stop either one of them. Why are you abandoning that particular attack? Run it till they
This is
stop you.
crazy, man.
Run it till they stop you. They couldn't stop it, so why you stop running it? Because you want to pass to your glorified receivers? Well, they're not doing the job and they're not getting open. So what are we left with? You got your two running backs that are producing. Lake McCree can't come back until whatever he comes back. So you gotta work with the tools that you have. And what we saw, the two productive running backs, and you stopped them short, man. You pulled the plug on them. I'm pissed, man. We had that game.
Yeah,
Granted,
yeah.
we had a couple of missed calls, some blown calls on PI. I mean, come on, man. Is it ordained that every game that we're gonna play in that the refs are not gonna call PI? They're just gonna let them go, but they're gonna call it on us? That
It's
looks like the
wild,
04. That looked like the '04 Rose Bowl.
man.
Sabotage.
Man, they gonna continue to do this every time, and you know, I say let's go back to the Pac-12. I mean, forget this. This is whack. I ain't never seen nothing. I never seen it this bad before though.
Oh man, they're gonna take it out on us because of all the dominance that we had throughout the years, and they're just not gonna let us come in there and walk through this conference like we know we can. No, they're not gonna let us walk through, man, because we got the team and the manpower, and it shows every week that we can beat these teams handedly. But the referees are not calling what they need to call, and they're calling what they shouldn't be calling.
Yep,
Yeah, I'm gonna blame the referees. You see it just like I see it.
I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you.
Yep.
I totally agree with you. I don't even know how else to. I don't even know. It's crazy. Uh, we were in a position to win though. At the end, so give me your assessment, your analysis at the end of the game. What you think?
I turned it off. I turned it off. As soon as we missed that field goal, I turned it off, man. I'm so frustrated.
Yeah, you talking about in the overtime?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You pretty much knew it was over then.
It was a wrap. I mean, you can't stop a tight end, and you leaving these big holes. You got these big holes in our defense. Why? Why we got men running around by themselves?
We don't have the depth though, and I'm personally not gonna put it on them. We don't have the depth. We know, of course, guys like Barron. We got a freshman, big 300-pound body. He didn't suit up. I was told, and we just got some holes. But at the end of the day, there were a couple fourth down stops. I think they did a great job at a team that's 80% completion percentage in the red zone. They stopped them twice on the goal line.
I'm impressed with that. Yeah, they good
Yeah.
with that, man.
So,
Yeah, that's
so,
our defense, man.
so I felt like they held it
We
down.
gotta stop them. Hey, Jay, we gotta stop these tight ends, man. Is starting to figure out we cannot stop tight ends. So everyone's gonna get these tight ends.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But I think, man, I think our offense is a liability opposed to our defense. More so. That's what I
It
think.
is. Our tackles are killing us.
Yeah, yeah. So, man, what can I say? But anyway, I don't know where we go from here.
Hey, man, just one game at a time. I'm gonna sign off, man, because I'm ready to lose my language right now.
All right, TJ, man.
Lakers fans, I love you, man. Hey, don't worry, man. Keep your heads up. We still got some more games to play.
We got more, man. It ain't over yet. But Keith, you
It
know I'm
ain't
gonna
over.
do what you felt. I'll give you a
Yeah.
holler.
All right, baby.
All right. All right, B. Let me take this real quick.
Okay.
Phil, what's the word?
Big J. You know what the word is? The word is we came up short, and we're accustomed to that occasionally against good teams and against teams that maybe we thought we could have beaten. But here's the thing that I'm contemplating. Miller Moss, he got protection this game. What are your comments about that? I want to hear your thoughts about that.
Oh, I had to rescrew my bottle back on for that.
I had to rescrew the top of my dome back on after that.
You made a great point, because it was a point that actually I said before you came on. We can't blame it on the offensive line. The run game.
No, they had it done. They
got it done.
What you said they would do.
They did it.
Extra protection.
They gave him that protection. They put the tight end on one side, and then they had Woody Marks or Quinn Joyner right there behind the offensive line. They protected him. He had ample time to throw the ball. So, with that being said, I saw when he had the time a few missed throws. Even the passing interference in the end zone, it was not a catchable thought. Yeah, a little bit high. It was a little bit high. The ball in the end zone, it was a PI to Lemon or whoever that was. It actually, even though it was a PI, they didn't call it. It actually went in the white area where it wasn't even a catchable ball. So it is no knock on him. When he's on. But it looked like he was a little off tonight. That's just, I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, and the other thing I'm going to say is I'm not going to call it on the refs. Not this time. The last two big games, I did think there were really serious problems with the ref calls. But this time, no, we were beaten.
There were some bad calls.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
There was some, like.
You don't agree with that. I want to hear him.
No, I don't agree with that. And I tweeted it. Jay will tell you, and it's been retweeted, 20, 30 times. When we lost to that Michigan game, I was like, look, we may as well, if this type of treatment we're going to get, we may as well pack up and go back to the Pac-12. If you go back and look at that game last week, this is prior to this week. How do you overturn a call on a ball that you can't see?
No, I'm with you on.
Right.
He talking about this game. He talking about this game.
Right. And this game right here, that was a PI on Jacoby Lane. The kid got there prior to that. That was the false start where Braden Shelby stood up and pointed out the offensive lineman right there in front of the referee face. It was no call on that. The hold on Makai Lemon. Listen, the Big Ten officials not going to do us any favors this year. They're not.
Yeah, I know. Okay, point taken. But didn't you guys have the feeling that as the game went on, inexorably, we were going to lose? And inexorably, it happened.
I'm gonna be honest, Phil. I felt like the last part of the game.
That way to me.
I felt like the last part of the game before overtime, with the minute left, I really felt like we were gonna win that game. I felt like we had an opportunity. Well, let me say this: I felt like the opportunity was there. Now, I will say this, and this is the honest truth. I was uncomfortable. I didn't know what, because of some of the throws in the game. I was not for sure. I didn't feel comfortable like Miller was gonna make the throw. I'm just being honest with you. I did not. It just was. It was an uneasiness. And I was just saying to myself, I hope he doesn't throw a pick. And sure enough, it threw a pick. That's the way I felt.
Yeah, how do you overthrow a 6'6" player with a 7'4" wingspan? How do you overthrow
Because
him
you're
on a
trying
5-yard
to
slant?
protect your throw. That's why he's trying to protect that throw, to put it into a place where no one else can get it. That's what he's trying to do.
The DB was
A lot of
behind him
trying
though.
going on.
The DB was behind him though. If you go back and look at that slant,
Right,
the
but
safety,
throw high, right?
yeah, the safety was playing over the top because they were anticipating Deuce going deep, or they were anticipating a back shoulder throw. So what the corner was doing, he was going to sit on a short route, and the safety was going to get the long route. So in case it was back shoulder, the DB, the corner, would step in front of it. If it was long, the safety would get over the top. So when Deuce made the slant, he had nobody in front of him. Go back and look at the replay. As a matter of fact, he had a good 10, 15 yards of grass in front of him. If Miller Moss lowers that ball 3 inches.
He's still trying to make sure that whatever he does, it doesn't fall into a place where anybody else can. That's the thing. Like, if you have a really high mismatch guy, he's super tall, 6'6".
Right.
My father was 6'7". Do you know what it's like to try to play tennis against your father when he's 6'7" and you're 6'2"? I'm tall. Man, a 6'7" person coming at you, waving his. I'm just trying to talk about athletics here, but
I'll say
that
this.
was a tough one. I'm saying that our quarterback he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and he really wanted to win this one for us. That's
agree.
where I'm at.
I agree.
Leave it there.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. He wanted to win it, but I think it's important though when you're talking about from a coaching standpoint, some of the interceptions that he's had, whether they came into the most critical times, whether it's the Minnesota game, whether it's the Michigan game, it was a pick six, and even this game. So I just it keeps being on the left-hand side for whatever reason. I don't know why. It happened in the Louisville game on the left-hand side.
He should have had 2 picks today. He should have had 2.
He's a right-handed throwing quarterback, right?
Right, that's correct. You're correct.
That's going to be the hardest. It's easier, right, to throw to the left-hand side of the field, isn't it?
Yeah, but they do that in practice all the time. So again, if he lowers that ball 2 inches, Deuce is still running with it right now.
Oh, I know. Look,
he's still running with it right now.
I love that mismatch against anybody.
I like Deuce, but at this point, and Miller is a good kid. Don't get me wrong, and I could tell he wanted to win it. And you're right.
I know he feel horrible right now. I know
he has a lot of pressure on his shoulder, but today they protected Miller. Miller had time to throw the ball today.
He got incredible protection.
Yeah, but if you look at his back shoulder throws, they were off. If you look at I don't know why they continue to throw jump balls to Zach Branch. I don't know why they continue to throw 50-50 balls to him.
That's a coaching issue right there. Like you know a shorter player, and I'm gonna get to some of these. I got a bunch piling up, but a shorter player, it should be Jacoby Lane or Deuce Robert.
Even Kyron Ware.
Yeah, why
or Kyle Ford.
Look, guys, I'd like to ask a tough question. And it's not one that I'm really comfortable with asking, but can we say that we played a better team?
No, I don't think. I personally think we were the better team. I think some of the athletes we had, I think we just played a great game. But at the end of the day, it's some of the decisions. Like we can't allow ourselves to continue to make mistakes, critical mistakes, and beat ourselves.
Right.
Well,
I would agree.
The case, if we did not play a better team, which was ranked number 4th in the country, and we're out of the top 25 according to the AP, which we can set that aside, maybe the thought is that we have a coaching issue. Something went wrong. What do you think it is, Big J? I want your thoughts about that.
I think it's what I said it was. I think the players executed the first half of the game. Quinn Joyner, he didn't fumble.
They did great.
I think Woody Marks executed. I think a lot of players came up. I think a team that was 80%, 80% scoring rate in the end zone in the red zone we stopped them twice on the end zone. I think they did their job. I think when it came to crunch time, I think, hey, it just the players didn't execute. But bottom line,
Can I give my opinion?
Go
Can I
ahead.
give my opinion? I think that Riley has to change up his play calling, the way he calls plays to match not only the conference but the quarterback that you have. I think that's why his points per game is down. I think that Miller Moss, the offensive line is not suited for Miller Moss. It's suited for a quarterback like Jaden Miava, which reminds me of a Sam Darnold. And until we can get some packages in for him, we're going to always end up in a scoring battle with these Big Ten teams who's used to possessing the ball like that and playing physical football. And that's not Riley's MO as far as from an offensive standpoint. Now, Coach Lynn and Coach Henning, Coach Inks has brought the physicality to the defensive side. But when you got a Penn State team that's running 80 plays, when it used to be the reverse, it used to be Riley running 80 plays. But because we're having to tailor the offense to a pro-style quarterback, now we're only running 40 plays, 45 plays a game. And his scoring points is down to, 31, 32 now? He's used to averaging 40 points a game.
All right, now let me
average 40 points a game.
Let me ask both of you guys a question. If I were to say to you, given everything that's happened over this season, and I said this, I said, we get ready to play the number 4 team in the country.
Yep.
We get ready to play this big time team, Penn State. And I'm foreseeing the future. I'm giving you guys a look at
you're
the
going to
future.
put us into a position.
And I'm saying that we got the ball 30-30. See, all the commentating that was going on, USC was lost in the sauce. No way they're going to keep up with Penn State. So mind you that they were saying all those things. So 30-30, Miller Moss has the ball, and 30 seconds left. What do you guys think the outcome would have been?
30 seconds left. Well, first of all, we had a situation where we were like, 2 minutes left? I mean, I'm
saying with 30 seconds left. And we had an opportunity.
Where on the field are we?
We're exactly where we were at before that pick was thrown.
25?
Yeah. And so I said to you that Miller Moss has the ball.
We win it 9 times out of 10.
So that's saying right there that we had the opportunity. They weren't the better team. We had the opportunity. That's what I'm saying. We had.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I agree that we were the better team, but again, Raleigh is having to change up a lot of his play calling to suit his quarterback. Again, he's used to being the one that's averaging 75, 80 plays a game. Go back to the last 2 years. We've averaged about 75, 80 plays per game. But now we're only averaging 40. Why is that?
How about the thing that the run, again, just like the last game, the run was working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he ran it at Oklahoma. Riley ran the ball at Oklahoma.
Now, Phil, you're absolutely right about that. Whatever we did in the first half, you totally abandoned in the second half. And it's no excuse for that. That's on the coach. I said that.
Yeah, I agree. You got a point with that. What's your name, Phil? Phil, you got a point with that. We got away from the run. But even with that, with the score tied like that, I know what Riley was doing. He was trying to leave it to where he only had 2 seconds on the clock so he could get that field goal. I knew once we went to overtime, we were going to lose. I knew once we went. I knew that.
Hey, how about this? How about he had enough confidence in Miller to leave seconds on the clock to where he felt like he could put it in his hands and execute the play.
Because Miller has made that throw time after time after time to those big receivers in practice, even in the games. He has made that throw, but for some reason, go back and look at his back shoulder throws today, and those deep balls. Another thing, I think Mekhi Lemon should be getting more playing time than Zach Branch. I like Zach Branch. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a special kid. He looks slower this year than he did last year, and it may be attributed to the muscle that he's put on. But I would give Mekhi Lemon more time. I would give Mekhi Lemon more time on that field than Zach Branch. He's been ineffective this season so far.
Well, fellas, I got to take some of these. They piling up over here. And
all right, good talking to you, man.
1,400 people in here. Hey, Phil, enjoy them comments, man. You made us think, man. And Brian, you already know, man. Hey, right on, fellas. Let me take these other ones.
Thank you. Thank you, Big J.
Hey,
good
Phil.
To you, Brian.
Much love to you, Phil. All right, my man. Leon, talk to me, brother.
Hey, Big J, what's going on, man?
Man, talk to me, man. Hey, what's your analysis? What's your commentary on this?
Listen, I was just listening to B. Jenkins. He's absolutely right. Riley needs to change up his offense to suit the quarterback.
I said it from a long time ago.
The RPOs aren't working. The RPOs only work when you have a quarterback that runs the ball.
I've been saying that for the longest, but that's not who Riley is, though.
People keep saying, how come we're not running the ball? Did you see that last? It was in the fourth quarter when we ran the RPO and number 11 just came right down the line of scrimmage and tackled Marks in the backfield. That's why he can't run RPOs. Those defensive ends now, all they're doing is if they see a tackle pulling, they're crashing right down the line and tackling the running back in the backfield. But anyway, listen, bro. Number one, the Big Ten ain't doing us no favors. They missed 2 face mask calls, 3 pass interference calls, in the 2 of them in the clutch. I hate singling out people on the defense. I think the defense did a great job. Excuse me. But on those 2 4th downs, they started picking on John Humphreys.
Yeah, they were picking on him. He made one good play. I think it was a nice little breakup. Then it seemed like they came right back to him.
Yeah, he made the play on the quarterback that made him throw an inaccurate pass.
Yep.
And the very next play was a 4th down. They went right at him. It was 4th and 7.
It was a horrible play. We just got to call it what it is.
And the defense held him for 4 downs. It was 4th and 10. They went at him again. I think it was Jamil Muhammad missed the quarterback sack.
Yeah.
And he shrugged him off and threw it back across his body to Humphreys.
Yep.
Man, I think it's a combination of things. I think the players need to be accountable for some of the plays they didn't make.
Yeah.
The referees hold a little bit of accountability. Riley holds accountability. We've had a week to prepare for Penn State. I've seen 2 differences in the offense. Using the running backs and the tight ends to chip the defensive ends, which I think I only saw in the first half. And then that little fake handoff to Zach and my man Quentin took it for the 75-yard rushing touchdown. But where is the creativity, man?
It was there. It was there in the first half. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, it's mind-boggling to me, man. The fact that like we could be doing so well in the first half, but all of a sudden it's just like I'm not sure what I'm not sure, man. It's unspeakable.
And you know something, Jay? It may be a little bit of ego. Is Lincoln Riley thinking there's no freaking way in hell that anybody can play man-to-man against my wide receivers? I mean, really, they shouldn't be able to. You know, I know sometimes the offensive line has something to do with that, but is there a little ego involved here? Like, I know they cannot guard Jacoby and Deuce and Mackay and Ford and all these other guys that we have one-on-one. So when I want to throw the ball, I'm going to throw the ball.
Well, well, we talked about it a little bit before you came on. There were some opportunities though. Like, we had some space in some places, man. We just didn't make we didn't get it there. You know what I mean? Last play of the game, of course the PI, it was a couple PIs that wasn't called. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But yeah, the play calling, man, was totally different. I don't have no idea. It looked totally different in the second half. We started throwing on first down again, opposed to just running the ball. Had a beautiful first half call. Nice little whatever, throw it back to the quarterback, let him throw it, whatever. We were just doing some trick play stuff, man, but he got away from it. I don't know. He does that every time. So it's on him too.
I also think that when the injuries start to happen, you start to see the lack of depth. Like Jalen Smith started cramps or pull a hammy.
Yeah, Gavin Myers got hurt too.
And Jacoby didn't play on the other starting cornerback, and then you can start to see the lack of depth, from the starter to the second. And you would think that John Humphreys playing starting cornerback for UCLA last year, he's not at the level of the other 2 starters. You see, we lose Eric Gentry, and we bring in other people to play that position, and they're not playing it the exact same way.
Well, let me say this though. Desmond Stevens, though, that freshman came in. He looked like he was doing his thing, though. You feel me? Like he had a nice pick. I like the way he dropped back, but they didn't keep him in there though for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I thought I saw other guys come back in.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not talking about Devin Stevens. I'm just talking about the starters that are out and who they got to replace them. Because like Eric Gentry, he's just special.
Yeah, he is. He is.
His nose for the ball, his athletic ability, his size or lack thereof, he is just special. Desmond Stevens, man, he gonna be a problem.
A big problem. You see how big he is?
Listen,
and that's what's frustrating. We got so much talent, man, and you just hate to see it. You know, a lot of people don't realize, like, a lot of people could be gone next year. Guys like Anthony Lucas, Gentry could be gone, but I think he's coming back. You know, Mason Cobb, Issa Mascarenas Arnold, Jamil Muhammad, like a lot of guys are bouncing after this year. And so that really scares me even thinking about it, because I know we have a great opportunity this year to really put it together, but a combination of the refs, combination of the play calling, combination of players not executing, it's just a bad ingredients, man, to try to make some things happen.
And bro, real quick, I hate singling out people, but I remember, I think it was in the fourth quarter, and number 44 caught the ball, and I'm looking to see who's over there. It's freaking Bryson Shaw, man. I'm like, why is he in the game, bro? Like, why isn't Zion and Kamari in the game? Like, where are they at? And you could see it. They ran the play where they ran the back out of the backfield. It pulled the corner up, and 44 was wide open. And I'm just
he was all over the field, man. Like, I mean, it makes you feel like another Utah situation with Dalton Kincaid, man. So I'm not even. I don't know where we go from here. You know, even if we finish out 9-3, I think it'll still be successful. We can still playoff hopes is over, but I still think we can have a decent bowl and finish strong. And I think we will. We should. I think the team is too good. But as far as, you know, I know you heard a lot of people talking about the quarterback play. Like, what do you think, man? Roll with Miller all year long. Try Jaden. I mean, what do you see that at?
I think we go back to the conversation we had last week, bro. I think that we need to have a package with Jaden Maiava in there, whether or not he gets 20 reps or whatever the case.
I'm the same way. I think just to see, you know, you don't want to kill a guy like Miller's confidence or whatever. You don't. But there's some questionable decision making, man. You know, I mean, and the interceptions come at critical times. Like I said, the Michigan pick 6, Minnesota pick, and then this one. They come at the worst times.
Yeah, I definitely think he needs to have a package. Like when you start to see this, the offense kind of slow down a little bit, throw him in there. Let's give it a little jump start. Even if he just pulls the ball down and gives us 15-yard run or something, like he needs to be in there. But one thing I want to talk to you about, Jay, I've seen a lot of chatter online with USC fans, and they talking about, oh, we need to fire Riley. We need to fire Riley. I don't understand where that's coming from, though.
Like who you gonna hire? Tell me who you gonna hire.
Nobody.
Exactly. Like,
bro, Michigan gave Harbaugh 9 years, and then he won a championship.
It took him 8 years to win it, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? It took him a minute to win it. But this is look, we live in an era of transfer portal. The new reality is what have you done for me lately? You got to win now. Like, I'm with everybody else. I understand there's some questionable decision making. It's on him. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of times, though, that players ain't executing, and it goes on them as well. So, I don't know, man.
And, Jay, listen, even if you look at the NFL, the most successful teams are the teams that have consistency at the top.
Yep. You know
and the same thing with college football. You have to have consistency at the top. And if you don't, then you're going to be in this spiral for the next 15 years. And let's not forget, Helton left the cupboard dry. They still building the team. Yeah, the top 22 players, 25 players, they're all great, but there's a little drop off after that. We need to build the lines. We need to build the offensive line. We need to build a defensive line. We need some help at cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll be all right, man. But yo, USC fans, y'all need to tighten up, man. Like, yo, y'all so.
Hey, and you know another thing I noticed with them, every time something goes bad, like right now, they always jump off the ship, man. I'm saying stay off the ship if you can't stay on. It is no such thing as jumping on and off. Either you with us or you not. Like, I can't understand you lost in the sauce fans that 1 minute you cool and the next minute you ain't. Look, man, at the end of the day, our team is not winning, but I'm riding with the team no matter what. I've been like that all my life with them. This the only team, college team I've ever rode with. Even though, UCLA was right across the way, I never rode with them. You know what I mean? So, look, either you with us or you not.
Yeah, y'all see fans that don't like it, man. Go to Oregon or something, man.
Go somewhere else. I mean, y'all flip-flopping, man. Y'all, I mean, when the team is winning good, oh, yeah, it's on and popping. But then the next minute, man, you guys about to go to midlife crisis, have a nervous breakdown or something.
Yeah, man. But that's USCJ, man. I know you got other calls, man.
I'm out, man. Yeah, I'm about to call it a day anyway, man. But I appreciate it. I got one more I'm going to take. They dropped the call. I don't know what happened. But anyway, man, I appreciate you tapping in. I'm about to close this thing up, man. I appreciate you, big dog.
All right, stay strong. Fight
on. All right, family. That is a wrap. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. I don't know. I guess I'm coming back tomorrow. We'll see, man. I just, when these type of games happen, you always kind of say, I hope I didn't say, no, I didn't say nothing I regret, but I'm frustrated like everybody else. I realize this is a good football team. I realize that the coaching staff we assembled together is a good coaching staff. And I hate the fact that we're not winning these games. We're not closing it out. It's on the coaching staff. It's on some players for not executing. But at the end of the day, no matter what, I still stand with the whole team as a whole. I stand with even the ones that made mistakes. I stand with them as a whole. I got love for them. And, we Trojans in through and through. Excuse me. Through and through. So, look, man, I'm out of here, man. Everybody have a blessed night. I'm going to go to church, man. I'm going to have to ask Pastor to pray for me. This thing has got me lost in the sauce. I just don't understand it. It is what it is. We're going to continue to fight on, family. Continue to stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.